Hi there, I'm State Senator Bev Scalze, and I'm here to give you a weekly update on what's going on at the Capitol and how we're serving the residents of the state of Minnesota. It's budget time, so we're kind of ramping up a lot of bills happening with budgets. And I'm getting visited by lots of folks from the district and from all over the state. And I'm getting visited by folks. I'll have a 15-minute appointment with someone who wants an increase in what they do, increase in funding. And then I'll be visited by another group who does not like Governor Dayton's proposals for tax increases. So I sometimes tell them, you know, wait a minute, I'm going to get you two groups together and you're going to figure it out amongst yourselves. But no, that's my job. But I did have some college students in my office today, and they wanted some increases in the grant funding for the students' grants. And yet I was just visited by people who were with the YMCA who are a little upset that Governor Dayton has proposed to tax their memberships and some of the programs that they offer. So I was visiting with the people from the students from the school, and I says, well, now, where do you think we should get the money for this extra $80 million that's going to help you get grants? And they says, well, you can make cuts. And I says, okay, well then what cuts do you think we should make? Because most of what we do is education, much like you, and the other half of what we fund mostly is developmentally disabled or indigent seniors in nursing homes. So I said, what do you think we should cut? And they couldn't give me an answer. But I know it's a difficult balancing act. And so everyone has to always think what you would want to be able to do without that the state provides for you. And one of my lines I always use is, how many murderers do you want at your door? Because public safety and corrections is a huge part of our budget as well. So it's a balancing act, and we try to do the best that we can do. I do have a bill that's going to have a hearing next week, and it's the Public Facilities Authority. So it gets right down to, is your wastewater treatment plant failing? Because it's all about water, sewers, basically. This is basic human life. So we deal a lot on those types of issues. And some communities who have no money, very little resources, their wastewater treatment plants are failing. And so the state has a loan program. We bond for that, and we give them a loan based upon what their ability to pay. If they have no resources, we give a grant. It's very interesting, and a lot of people don't realize that we have this service in the state of Minnesota, and this protects public health, and it protects your drinking water supplies, and it also protects your lakes. So it's one of those kind of things that not many people talk about, but it's a major thing in the state of Minnesota as we have our 12,000 lakes. And our drinking water, you can turn on the tap anywhere and you're going to get good drinking water to drink. And it's one of those things that we take great pride in Minnesota, and we work very hard to make sure that it happens and that it helps everyone in the state. So that's what we're talking about this week. We're also talking about some clean water legacy money, and we're working on the watershed program. For instance, if you go to Lake Pepin, we know it's impaired. How do we clean that up? So we go way upstream, and we talk about upstream the things that we can correct to make sure that the water that's going downstream and into the Lake Pepin area gets cleaned up over a certain time period. And it might be 5 to 10 years, but we start way upstream, and that's how we're going to solve these problems. But those are just a couple of ideas of what's happening here at the Capitol this week. We're going to work hard on the budget coming up now. That's going to be our #1 priority. We have been in committees working on various budgets, so we're going to take care of that issue this year. We want to balance our budget structurally and forever so that we can make sure that we're not borrowing money, shifting money to property taxes, and all of those things that we've been doing for the past 10 years. We want to stop that practice, and we want to be honest about our budget like you are in your homes, like I am in my home. And in my little business, I'm very honest about the budget. You can't spend more than what you have, but you have your priorities. So that's what's going on here this week, and I certainly hope you contact me, come down and visit me. Room 124 in the Capitol. It's always wonderful to visit with people in the district and listen to your concerns. So thanks for watching.